Let's talk about Micah Parsons, man. This situation in Dallas is getting interesting. Now, he showed up for Cowboys workouts without a new deal. I know you guys as players understand this, but he's in his fifth year option, about to earn $24 million. Now, people expect Dallas to eventually make him the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. But should he be on the field without a new contract? And are the Cowboys handling this right, or do you think they're going to fumble this one as well?
Man, I feel like, during this time of OTAs, it's OTAs, so it's not like you're like putting strenuous weight on your body right now. All you're doing is working out, you're running. So he's staying in shape. You know what I mean? Being in that building shows face and shows that, like, man, I care about this program. I care about this organization. I'm also going to work out. We don't know what we will see when it comes to training camp time when he doesn't have a deal. If he does have a deal, if he doesn't have a deal. So right now, this just shows you how much he's willing to continue to put in the work, regardless of a contract. You know what I mean? And who knows what may happen between OTAs and training camp time if they get a deal done. I would love to see him get a deal done, but I think right now it's not a big factor weighing in as far as like a scare or no scare. I don't think right now gives us the logistics to be able to be afraid of what he's doing right now. I just think that he cares enough about football to show up and be around those guys that he's going to be playing with on a day in and day out. So that's what I see from a guy, and then he's always talking about the team every time. You know what I mean? Whenever he's doing his podcast, so and he shows up on game day. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
Nah,
Steven.
I completely agree. But it's one of those situations where you want to pay him early because if you had paid him before Max Crosby, then Max Crosby would have just went up, and then Miles would have went up. Or if you paid him after Max, then you could have then been one up by Miles. But now you have to outpay everyone else. So the longer you wait, that's the bag that they're fumbling, right? Just pay him quick before the next non-quarterback guy gets paid and he resets the market again. If you're going to do it. And until they do it, just like Chris was saying, right now, definitely show up because you still love the program. You still want to win. You want to be a part of something great. And when it comes to not putting, I'm a big fan of protect yourself. This is you.
Right.
And so to that point, I'm big on you show up and like I like the hold ins, the guys that go to camp and show up and go to meetings and stuff and do all the practices. I'll do individual and I'll do the first two team periods. I'm not doing anything after that. And I'm on the sideline. I'm now coaching up the young guys, right? And every day I'll do that. And then if we don't have a contract, that's what's going to happen until training camp is over. And then we get into regular practice. And then I will play on Sunday, obviously, because I will be ready and prepared. I am a veteran. I know what to do. I know how to go out there and execute. I am still Micah Parsons, but I'm not taking all the unnecessary extra reps if I don't have a contract. That's where I potentially get hurt. That's where I potentially tweak my knee and then my value goes down. So I will still show up. I will still sharpen my blade every day. I will still mentor whoever need to mentor, but you're not getting the extra 3 team periods out of me a day. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, not until I get it in ink, that's when you're going to get those extra reps. But until then, you're getting 40% of the reps per practice until game 1, but you have me for every game. And after that, because it's my brand still, right? I care about what I put out there. So I'm not going to let the money affect that part.
No, that's true, man. You are your brand, man. If you're not on that field, man. Yeah, so that's true. It's very true.
Let me get a couple quick thoughts about this. Politically, what does it mean when you don't show up? Because I think, that's always an education that we as fans want to understand. Besides just the emotional, you're not there. But what does it say to the organization? What does it say to your teammates when the player does not show up for OTA?
What do you think? I've always had my own personal thing, but I'm a player, and I'm not only just a player. I was a PA rep too for each team I was on, and so like I'm all about like, sir, get the money you deserve because if it goes the other way, just 1 degree, you roll your ankle, you tweak your knee, they cutting millions off your price tag.
Exactly.
No point right. And so just on that, when you don't show up, I look at the organization like the organization should have handled this better. Like, what the fans don't know, but what we in the locker room see is a guy going through negotiation talks. So he's openly venting about how things aren't going the way that they're going and they're hoping for better. So like the player is not a baby. He's not a diva. he's going through contract negotiations with someone that doesn't see the value in what he's bringing to the field. And I think everyone can identify with that to some degree if you've had a boss that doesn't appreciate the work you bring, right?
Yeah.
And like the worst thing is that everyone sees it, not just your colleagues, the world sees it. And so, like, to that point, that's where some grace can be given. So when dudes don't show up, I see it as the organization like fumbling, like a negotiation over months. But what do you think, Chris?
No, I agree, man. I truly agree. Like, I think as a player, man, you're protecting yourself before you even make those necessary movements of being out there, man. Because, like you just said, at any given moment, man, anything can happen, man. Ankle twist, knee, something, anything, bro. But when you don't get that and those things happen, it's like, dang, man, like did I just like put myself out there and then protect my own self? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you are playing and you got to think about your future and what you bring to the table. No matter what organization may think of you, no matter how that process may go, you have to be responsible for your movement and how you going to go about your business, because your business is you. You know what I'm saying? You're your own CEO. So at the end of the day, like, you go out there and make those adjustments, man, and you doggone, like you said, ankle, knee, wrist, whatever. Like, it's like I lost out on millions that I could have had because they're not gonna give you that if those things happen. Like, there's like, okay, whatever. But like you said, to the world, man, how they said, they like, oh, some people like, man, he should just go play. Like, it's not that simple, man. It's not that simple. At the end of the day, you want to make a lot of money in a short window of time, and you want to be able to have that for a long extended amount of time that you're living on this earth, man. So you're trying to do what you need to do for not just for yourself, but even for your family, your kids. You're trying to set those people that looking towards you every single day. You know what I mean? So I like I always tell the guys that want to hold out, man. Hey, look, you do what's best for you. Get your bag and go get it the way you need it, how you need to get the bag, man. That's what I say.